Incredible. Tasty, tasty.
Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, guys. Wherever you are, I hope you're having a really, really good time. I've just realised that the closed caption stuff is not working. I don't know why. I'm trying to fix it right now. It brokey. Yeah. It's installed, so it's like a Twitch client. It is installed. And then you go to like a website and allow it to start listing each time you stream. It's called Ultimate Closed Captions, but it is not working.
Tasty, tasty.
Okay, I think we might have to do without closed captions today because I've turned it on and it's just not. It's not picking anything up, unfortunately, and I don't know why. I genuinely don't know why. Like it seems like it's fine. It seems like it should be. It seems like it should work, and it's worked every other week. So I don't know. I really don't know. Anyway, let's catch up with the actual stuff that we should be doing on stream. So I just want to say, Captain Redlack, congratulations for getting first today. He says, I think Twitch has a problem with timestamps. Great first message. Love that. Thank you very much. Captain Reed is here as well. He didn't come first this week. Oskilane is here too. So is True Blaze and Superhands as well. Superhands says, good evening all. I hope everyone has a relaxing and productive weekend. Mine's been fairly productive and fairly relaxed. Frankie's here as well. So is Anarchy. V Rugdush as well. Good evening, fellow rectangle inspectors. We will be inspecting a rectangle shortly. It's a relatively nice rectangle as well, and an affordable rectangle. It's a nice, affordable rectangle, which is good. True Blaze, thank you so much for being here. Rue as well. Funky Dynamics, thank you so much for being here. Dingo7 as well says the one day I have off and we get Jay. Dude, I'm here every Sunday, 8 PM UK time, or nearly every Sunday, unless I'm like on holiday or something. Alvy's here as well, so is David from Cool Keys. JQ says first, but he's like 21st, so we'll let him have that though. ZBC as well, thank you so much for being here. Captain Redlack, thank you so much for the 12 months of subs, dude. And that is your PT birthday, so happy Prototypist birthday as well. Chaos23, Bazooka, good evening guys. ZBC, thank you so much for 3 months of subs as well, says hope you're all doing well. Doing good, man. Turned it on and not picking anything up. Can you stop describing my dating life? So like I don't know why it's not working, right? So let me show you this actually. Can I show you this? I think so. Hold on. Let me show you how it's supposed to work. So, if I flick over to here and I share my browser, this is the software that we use. So this is, I am logged in. I am 100% logged in, and it shows that I'm logged in and the add-on's working on Twitch. I click on Start Listening, which is this purple button here, and in here it usually puts the translated text, which you guys then see as the closed captions. So I click on Start Listening, and usually it would type as I'm speaking in this box, and then you would get it as a closed caption. Today, I do not know what is going on with it. It just seems to not want to work, and I don't know why. So yeah, I will try and get another solution ready for next week. So I apologize for whoever was wanting the closed captions, but they're just not working today. Will you ever get extras for the protagonist? We did. We've already sold the extras for protagonist. We are still waiting on a couple of items from the original group buy from Randall over at Wide Inn to fulfill the last couple of orders, but all the extras are gone. 4play is important, sir. Always, yeah. Mochief as well. Good evening, good sir. Thank you so much for being here. I thoroughly appreciate you. Okay, so let's catch up with PT news. So someone asked how my weekend's been. I needed something to fiddle with, so I had to pick something up. my weekend's been interesting. My wife's been away for a whole week. She's currently in Thailand. Actually, she's currently on a flight back from Thailand. She's on her way to Dubai airport at the moment, and then she's got a layover for a couple of hours. Then she'll be back in the UK around 7 a.m. UK time in the morning. She'll be back home about 9:30 in the morning. But she's been away for most of the week because she's been in Thailand for her work, which is fantastic. She's had a great time over there, which means I've been at home with the dog. And it's just been me and the dog. So Gigi does come to the workshop with us sometimes as workshop doggo, but she doesn't really settle here. It's a little bit cold. It's not quite as comfortable as at home. She likes her creature comfort. She likes the blankets that she has and everything else, and the couch that she has at home. And the couch here isn't quite as nice. So she did come in a couple of days. She came in on Tuesday and Thursday, I think. And then for the rest of the week she's kind of been at home, so I've kind of been taking a little step back and not working as many hours so I can look after the dog more. And then the other things that have been happening this week is we've been moving a lot of our stock around. So historically we used our shelving space here where we'd only have one product and then a little space and then another product and a little space and then another product. That was primarily to make it faster when picking orders when we had multiple members of the team here and everything else. But because we've got the open day coming up and we're doing like the meetup here at the PTHQ, I want to be able to have as many people here as possible. And if we have the ground floor cleared, we can have 150 people here, which is great, fantastic. That's what the fire regs say. I can have 150 people here, amazing. So now the job is to try and clear out as much of that floor space as possible, so we can get as close to that 150 number as possible. So instead of just having like one product and then a little space and then another product and a little space and then another product, we've been kind of like stacking things up, putting things in boxes where it was kind of spread out in kits before, and then stacking the boxes up. So it makes fulfilling orders about a minute an order longer now, but it does mean that we can get a lot more in a lot less space, if that makes sense. So historically, for example, in desk mats, we'd have a box full of desk mats because desk mats come in bundles of like either 16, 20 or 25 depending on the manufacturer. So we would have a box of desk mats. Let's say it had 10 desk mats left in there because we ordered 20 and 10 have sold. We'd usually just leave that box half empty and then have another box next to it with the next desk mat. What we've actually done is consolidate both of those desk mats into one box and then just change the label on it. So we're being a lot more efficient with space, but it does make it harder to find things at times, especially when you've got you've got one of like 10 different desk mats and all 10 are in that now in that one box. It takes a little bit of time to find stuff. So we've been working on that to try and lift everything up onto our mezzanine floor so that the whole downstairs floor can be open. The cars that are in the workshop at the moment from my personal collection of cars, they're going to be moved out a couple of days before, and then they'll probably come back afterwards, but that means we can have even more space. And that gives us the opportunity to have tables out so you guys can actually bring a keyboard each and we can have a look at your keyboards, you can share them around. It also means that we have a little bit more space to improve the coffee station. So at the moment we have quite a good coffee machine. We have an ACS Fostock espresso machine, dual gang espresso machine, professional commercial grade. But we only have one grinder. Now I'm conscious that more people will want more than one of our blends of coffee, so we're going to get another grinder in and have multiple setups for that kind of stuff. So we're going to do a ton of different stuff like that as well in the next week or two. The final reason why we've been trying to clear as much space as possible and move everything upstairs into the mezzanine is because our next shipment hit port last week. We still don't have a final delivery date, but I'm expecting to get that tomorrow. And there is an absolute ton of stuff in there. I think it's when we were checking on the weight of everything that were declared for the ship, it was something like 8 tons worth of keyboard gear that's coming into the workshop in the next week or so. So we should get confirmation of when that's being delivered tomorrow, hopefully, and I'm hoping it will arrive this week, but towards the back end of the week is what I'm expecting. So I'm expecting it to arrive on Thursday or Friday, and then we can start processing that from next Monday, like a week tomorrow. And then we can try and get all of those group buys out and everything else. But then that means we're going to need space for that, and tidying all of the shelf space away means we have more floor space to lay all these pallets out and be a little bit more efficient with our packing and processing, which is good. So that's kind of the plan for the next week or two. And then after that, I only have one grinder at the workshop. Yeah, I only have one coffee grinder at the workshop. But we have a ZF64 grind by weight, which is the same as a DF64 if you're into coffee, but it uses grind by weight system. But we've got a Eureka Atom 65 coming, and we've also got a Marconic E80 GBW that's at home that'll be coming in as well. So we can have 2 blends of coffee, and we can also have a decaf, which will be nice on the day. So we're going to change the way the coffee bar set up a little bit, because now we've got more space and we've removed some of the shelving racks from there as well. And then the other thing we'll need to do is kind of set up like a little small till type area where people can come and check out and pay for stuff. We'll pick stuff up when they attend on the day if they want to do so. So that's kind of the plan for the next week or so. There's also a ton of stuff that I want to make changes to the website as well. So the key cult number 3 group buy ends in a couple of days, so that will need to be removed, which is it's quite a lot of work to add and remove the configurator. So we're going to do that, and then there's some other little updates coming to the website as well. At the same time, I'm working on some single origin coffees, so I need to go and do some coffee tasting, which I think we're going to do on Wednesday, based on the current timelines for when the beans should be roasted and everything else. So I need to go down to where we roast the beans, which is a few miles away, and sort that out on Wednesday. As well as that, I also need to prep for 2 important birthdays this month. It's my wife's and Ellie's birthday. It's my wife's and Mel's birthday. So it's Ellie's and Mel's birthdays. They're one day apart, and that's in like just over a week away, 10 days away. So I need to figure out how that's all going to work. So it's going to be a busy few weeks. It's going to be a really busy few weeks. But the good news is that the shipment's almost here. It should be arriving in the next week or so. There's also GMK Sloth coming from GMK. That shipped last week, so I'm expecting that to arrive Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday kind of time, and then we can get that in stock. So yeah, it's kind of all on the go at the minute. It's kind of like really busy, and moving stock around is really time consuming, especially when you have to like create like a map and barcode system so we know where everything is, so we can scan it in and out and all of that kind of stuff. So yeah. It's good though. It's good. Right, let's catch up with chat. I don't know what that means, Rude. Todo chido por estas flores. Gracias. Okay. Great. Thank you. Bagri, good evening, good sir. Thank you very much for being here. Dingo7 says, I hope you've been well. Been recovering from sickness, and I'm getting back into the updates for Light Cycle Revival. Got some updates from Melissa a couple of days back. Nice, dude. Nice. Let me know how that's going, because it's a great set, and I'm happy to pick that up. Some smoky mezcal, mint syrup and soda. Having a lovely Sunday. Nice. I decided I was going to treat myself to a bottle of wine on Friday, so I had a takeaway Indian with a bottle of white wine. It was really good, really good. More cardio for Jay walking upstairs. Yeah, so I my phone tracks how many flights of stairs that I do in a day, and the mezzanine is about 1.5 flights of stairs that you'd have in a home. Okay, it's a little bit more than just a normal flight of stairs would be in a house, unless you've got like an old Victorian house with like 14-foot high ceilings, and then it might be similar. And I did 284 flights of steps on Friday. But was it Friday or was it Thursday? Whatever day I was doing it with Mel, it was 200. Yeah, it was Friday. 284 flights of steps, and then I went for a hike on the Saturday morning, and I only did like 7 or 8 miles. It wasn't like a huge hike, and there was like a small incline, and it was a really small incline, and my calves were burning. Like my calves and my thighs were just burning because of the day before. It was pretty bad. It was pretty bad. Would you be able to share how Mutagen did? I can say from our perspective it did good. It was fine. I don't know the overall numbers to share, Mochief, so I can't tell you any specific numbers. I don't have access to that at the moment. It'll take a week or so for all the vendors to put their numbers in and decide how many extras they're going to buy. And even then, it's not my information to share. It's like a combination of all the vendors, so it would have to have all of them to agree to it. So yeah. What's my hoodie? So I buy most of my clothing these days for outdoor from a company called Passenger. So this is one of their recycled hoodies. It's kind of like a fleecy material, but it's from recycled plastic, I believe. And yeah, they do a few. Let me get the website up. I'm not sponsored by Passenger, but I've been wearing their gear for a little while. Let me share this with you. So this is them, Passenger. And if you go into the men's fleece section, it's probably in here. They do, in fact, it's this one. This is so mine's the last season one. This is the new season one. I don't have the pocket on the arm, but this one has a pocket on the arm. And I'm tempted to pick this one up as well because I've been a real big fan of this one. There's also like a zip on this on that one as well, where there isn't on this one. So this is like the new season's version of it. But it's genuinely lovely stuff. Like really, really comfortable. And they do some really cool stuff, like they plant a tree for every order and you get free delivery on orders over 75 quid, and it's just really nice. And when we went to Iceland last year, and when I've been doing hiking and stuff over the past few years, most of my kind of hiking gear has come from this company, and most of my gear for Iceland when it was really cold came from here as well. We needed waterproof jackets and things. Ellie liked some of my stuff that much that she's picked up a load of stuff as well, and if I can afford it, I might need to justify some more stuff from here too. They do really, really great men's like trousers for hiking and stuff like that as well. And if you're ever like somewhere cold but want to be comfortable, these are amazing. I've got a pair of these. I did it in a grey last year, but they're basically like fleecy pants, and they are so comfortable. It's unbelievable. So yeah, I really shouldn't be shilling for other people. I should be shilling for my own website, but you know, it is what it is. And they do really good waterproof jackets as well. So if you want something that's rainproof or waterproof, I think I have like 2 or 3 from them for different types of events. So yeah, check them out. Pretty cool stuff. Yeah. Like, look at all this good stuff. See how many trees and things they planted. It's great. It's great. So yeah, definitely go check them out. They're a pretty cool company. Okay. Which switch would you recommend between GAT-X or GAT-L'Orange for the Spider TKL? I would suggest, it depends on how much you want to lubricate your own switches and tune your own switches. If you want to tune your own switches, go for the Gateron X unlubed, the round 4 ones. If you don't want to tune them too much, get the L'Orange switches. They're pretty good, especially if you like them on like a clackier plate, something like a carbon fiber or an FR4 or an aluminium or something like that. May I ask why you do you not offer PayPal as a payment method? It's against PayPal's terms of service to accept payments for pre-orders, so we can't have an account with them. I know some vendors do it, and they do it against PayPal's terms and conditions, and if they get found out, the funds get locked down. I just don't want to take that risk, so I don't do it. You know, it's just not worth it. So we don't offer PayPal because it's basically against PayPal's terms and conditions, and we can't set a payment method to be only available for in-stock items. So that means that we'd have to cancel any orders that people made through pre-order or group buy, and we'd have to eat the fees on that, and it's about 10% of fees. So if you bought something that's about 100 quid from us and we had to refund that, we would basically have to refund you the £100, but it would cost me £10 to do that. So that's why we don't accept PayPal. It's completely against their terms of services to accept it for pre-orders and group buys. These look awesome. And Passenger is amazing, dude. Like, Mr. Kalane, if you're thinking of gear for our hike in about a month's time, seriously, like, I can recommend a crap ton of their stuff. I have hoodies, I have fleeces, I have jumpers, I have trousers, because I like to spend time outdoors when I can. I know I don't share it particularly on socials, and I don't look particularly outdoorsy, but I am really outdoorsy. So yeah. PayPal requires orders to be fulfilled in 30 days. Attempts do not allow for group buys or pre-orders as a result. Yes, that's exactly it, yeah. Pre-orders over £75. Jacket price is 5p under. Wow, I mean, yeah, just add a pair of socks or something. Their socks are really good if you want some hiking socks. They do really nice ones. Appreciate other vendors may break it, but terms may be different. And the original, or they're just flat out breaking the terms and conditions. Exactly that, yeah. It all comes down to your risk appetite. Some vendors don't care about taking risks, and they will absolutely use, you know, things like that is against the rules of it. And there's been vendors before that have used PayPal for pre-orders and group buys, and then all of a sudden they've been found out for it, and their accounts have been locked and shut down, and the funds have not been accessible. The group buys have failed, people have not got their money back, and people have not got products. So whether a lot of vendors use it or not, what you're basically asking me to do is break the terms and conditions of an account and do something, you know, illegally, which is not something I'm willing to do. Looking at the coming soon section, October is going to be a spendy one. Midnight Rainbow, Windbreaker, and the 80CU. Violet Alert starts in October too. Yeah, so the 80CU starts really soon. I think I've got a prototype coming. I'm waiting for it to arrive at the moment, but we'll be building that really soon. Midnight Rainbow is going to be... there'll be more stuff announced on Midnight Rainbow in about a week. I think we just... like the cost per base kit based on the current kitting, which I do have to hand actually. Which is this kitting here, which is a lot of kitting. You can ignore these keys down at the bottom here. You can ignore those. But everything at the top is the current kitting. It's coming in at over €100 just at wholesale cost. And that's before I've had them shipped to me, before we have to take things into consideration like quality controls and packing and boxes and staff time and storage and all of that kind of stuff and everything else. So I think we're gonna have to revise the kitting somewhat. So it's gonna mean like the two R3 controls probably gonna have to get dropped. We're probably gonna add a 6U bar. In fact, no, we're not gonna add a 6U bar. We're gonna drop the Alice bars because GMK has CR colored Alice bars already available, and there might be some other bits and pieces that we have to drop just to try and keep the price down so that it's not too expensive. So yeah, I do actually have a base. Let me see if I can share it. Actually, let me see if I can share the base kit render that Patty did for me. Let me see if I can find that. Oh my god, like is that gonna work? There you go. Here you go. So this is the base kit render that Patty did for me, where you can kind of see all of the keys and everything else. And I think it's pretty good render. I think it's pretty good render. We won't be doing board renders because we'll have photographs of the set. So Midnight Rainbow doesn't need any board renders. It will just have board photographs showing the original set. But I do think there's a few things we're going to have to drop. But we'll work through that. So yeah. But thank you very much to Patty for arranging that. It's a really cool render. Really happy with it so far. And there'll just be some deletions needed very, very soon. But we'll work through it. Okay. Right. What else are we talking about? Windbreaker starts on the 10th of October. There is a small chance that we're going to do a spacebar kit because people have been asking for 6U spacebars. So there's a small chance we'll do a spacebar kit for that. I just need to work with Quaid to get that sorted, so look out for that. I braced for wallet impact during Jay's streams, but was not expecting to end up with a bunch of comfy walking gear back in 10 minutes. Mr. Clay, if you are going to buy a load of stuff from Passenger, run your cart through me first, because I have a lot of their stuff, and some of it is better than other parts of it. So I'll tell you, if you've got two similar things, I can tell you which one to go for. Only seen artisan vendors use PayPal, not keyboard vendors. Yeah, artisan, it's fine because they're shipping them out straight away. If we only had in-stock products, we would absolutely accept it. But it would increase prices a bit because when you run a Shopify store and you sell through PayPal, Shopify still want their 3% cut and PayPal want their 4.5% cut. So instead of your cut being 3% or 4.5% cut, all of a sudden it's 7% cut. So it starts to get expensive quite quickly. So yeah. Buy a PT hoodie instead. I mean, yeah, absolutely buy a PT hoodie. We'll have PT hoodies on sale a little bit cheaper than the website on the open day as well. So if you want to come along and pick up a PT hoodie, please do that, yeah. PayPal Pay in 3 is kind of cool. We do have Klarna installed for that. So if you're in an area where you can pay for Klarna and your email is linked to a Klarna account already, you should be able to check out with Klarna. I guess it would be okay for vendors who sell in-stock items to use PayPal, but those tend to be the small ones. Yeah, if we only did in-stock items, then we could absolutely do that. But there's no, we'd have to have two different websites, one for in-stock, one for group buy and pre-order, so we could turn PayPal on in one area or not. And then Rue mentions Klarna as well. There you go. Yeah, this is not financial advice. I always get nervous when people use Klarna because, on a personal level, I don't like to buy things on credit. Like, I have a credit card and I use it for things like fuel and stuff like that, but it gets paid off at the end of every month. I don't like buying big items on credit. Like, I'm terrible for that. Like, I know a lot of people do it, but yeah. Drop the R3 page down. Yeah, I think there's going to be a couple of things there that we might have to drop. The R3 page down might have to go, and we might just have to tweak things a little bit. So yeah, we'll see. Thoughts on ever running a PBT version of Midnight Rainbow? Alvi, if this version does well and it actually makes MOQ organically and I don't have to buy it out, then I will consider doing an MT new version. Is that Patty from No Numbers? Yeah. Same Patty. Yeah. Step control. I love stepped control, Silly Mellow. I genuinely love stepped control, but it's an extra €50 in a base kit that I want to try and reduce the price as possible. So, yeah. Also now going broke. We'll show carts soon too. Yeah, please do share your carts for Passenger. My wife will happily go through your cart wolfie as well. She likes this stuff too. Average Joe, hey man, good to see you. Remove 6.25. Can you imagine? Can you imagine removing 6? I mean, theoretically, I could take all the space bars out because it's a CR space bar. It's like a stock GMK color, and say, go buy your space bars from GMK. They have the kit in stock. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. But yeah, 6.25 and 7U will remain in Midnight Rainbow. I think some of the other keys are going to have to go and be called and be cut, which is annoying and frustrating, but it's needed. Get the price down, and then we'll see where we're at. We'll see where we're at. Like I think some things like the 1.5U FN, there's other keys that can cover that because we've got the 1.5U codes in there. You know, like we'll go. I'm very tall, my dear, so I need help on length. Okay, well, Ellie is not very tall. She's 5'7", so she's not very tall. I pay off the credit card in full at the end of the month. It's handy for the consumer protection for over 100 quid. Yeah, like if I'm buying something big, I do that. So the way my finances work is I generally spend most of my kind of everyday living expenses on my credit card. Well, I have two. I have a credit card and Amex, so I spend on those. And then at the end of the month, because I don't have an income, I have like a standing order that takes money from a savings account, deposits it into my current account, and then the standing order or the direct debit pays off my credit card each month. So yeah. Sell all your Mika bars. Yeah, dude, we've got so many packs of Mika bars. I think we've got something like 75 packs of Mika space bars. It's kind of crazy. Can also confirm for Jay's recommendation, the passenger gear is awesome. Stood up well to the Icelandic weather. Yeah, dude, I think when you saw us in Iceland, so me and my wife went to Iceland for my birthday in March, and whilst we were there, Average Joe came and had a drink and some dinner with us one night. And I'm pretty certain that me and my wife were just bedecked in passenger gear. It's so good. But yeah, it is really good gear. It's comfortable. It's warm. It's great for winters. The waterproof stuff is great. So yeah. And fleeces are back as well. I don't know if you've noticed this, but somehow fleeces, which were a big thing in the 90s, went away for 20 years, and now they're back in style. So yeah. Do we have any renderings of DCS and Flex on keyboards? No, the only renders we've been provided by SP. Let's do the whole shilling section now, right? Let's do the whole shilling section. So, I'll get to DCS Flex in a second. So what do you need to know on the website? We've got a ton of stuff in stock. Hold on, you are not seeing this how it actually is. There we go. That's how the website actually is. We've got a ton of stuff in stock. We've got a ton of stuff that's in group buy. Let's have a look at the group buys. So you can get Nerve-Wrecker now, which is really, really cool. One of the coolest sets we've got going at the moment. And Mutagen is technically closed. It was supposed to close on Friday, but Sharon is on vacation at the moment.
Tasty, tasty.
This is going to close on Monday morning when I get around to it. So you've got maybe 12 hours to order that if you want to order Mutagen. I think Just Beachy has been extended, so I do need to update this date and double check that. Sharon has left me a list of things to do, so I do need to go through that, but I think Just Beachy has been extended to try and help it make MOQ organically as well. So definitely check those out. Also take a look at the ETAR 87. So we did build one of these on stream last week, and we're going to rebuild it next week because we built it with BAE Enter last week, and we're going to rebuild it in ISO. So do check that out if you're interested. It's a really cool full-size keyboard. Absolutely beautiful board. Yeah, stunning bit of kit. I think Mel's going to steal it for the office downstairs because she needs a notepad. So definitely take a look at those. On the pre-order section, you can look at the DCS ABS Flex kits. There are a ton of photographs of DCS sets out there, and these are all stock colors, so you can quite easily see on the SP website what these colors look like. But the renders are all very close to being accurate, disregarding kind of like screen inconsistencies and things like that. I'll see if they're going to do any keyboard renders. I'm not sure if they have done any yet, but if they have, I haven't received them. I think Piper, who does a lot of work for SP on the render side, was going to do some, but if he has, it might be my DMs from the weekend that I've not got to yet. So yeah, I'm not sure yet. Check out all of our others. The oblique keyboards should be on the way to PT really soon. So I just need to make sure that everything's sorted out with them. For some reason, the cash, even though we paid the bill like a week and a half ago, hasn't been received. So I just need to double check on that tomorrow morning. But as far as I'm aware, I think we're going to have to airship these over. So I think we'll have these towards the back end of October now, rather than December, which is when we were expecting to get them. So these are going to be quite quick. So if you want a pre-order for an oblique, get them in now, because they are selling still consistently, and they won't last forever. What else do I need to tell you about? I think that's about it for the in-stock stuff. Night Stabilizers V4. I was going to use them today for the build we're going to do today, but in fact, you know what we will? We'll use the V4 stabilizers today. Yeah, so you'll get to see those in a few minutes' time. They're pretty cool. Copper DCS are for accent kits. If you're into accent kits and you like DCS, these kits are in stock, ready to ship now. We've got them they're the same set, but with black or white legends, and there's 3 different colorways. This one looks so good for those kind of autumnal colors. If you've got like a DCS set on your board already, like DCS intro beige with these, chef's kiss. The green, the blues, very autumnal, very nice, very pumpkin spice latte, right? And then you've got the standard RGBK ones as well, so definitely check those out too. And then I think we've also put SA History of Violets in stock too, which is quite possibly one of the best SA sets of recent memory. It's really, really cool. And then we've got everything else that we've had in stock for a long time. So yeah, you can take a look at that. And there will be a ton of stuff going in stock in the next couple of weeks. As we work through the shipment, expect a ton of stock drops, because there's going to be, rather than do one big stock drop and everyone just not know what to buy, we're going to like drip feed it. Or as we get to the boxes, there'll be like 1 or 2 things 2-3 times a week for a couple of weeks. So yeah, for like a month or so, I would have thought. So yeah. Okay, cool. Right, as well as that, maybe you want to buy some coffee, take a look at Jay's Roastery. That is our coffee that we brew ourselves to our own blends. We've got the Fiction Blend, which is what I'm drinking today, and this is all going to be available on the open day as well. It's also going to be available at Mechanicon. David from Candy Keys reached out and asked if we could send some coffee for people to win as prizes, so we're going to do that, and we're also going to finally turn on EU shipments for the coffee very, very soon. So if you're in the EU and you do want to support us by buying the coffee, then please let us know, and I'll try and arrange it. I can arrange it via email now, but I'll turn on the shipping for it very, very soon. Cool. Okay, I think that's it. Oh, and the other this is not PT related news. I know everyone knows of Keyboard Layout Editor, but I found a new tool recently that someone has made, which is kind of interesting. This is a new version, Keyboard Layout Creator. I'll show you some of the presets just to get something up, and it basically has all of the same tools, but it's much more configurable. You can move things around, you can change the legends, you can add different legends, you can change colors. It's a much more modern version of Keyboard Layout Editor, and it's really, really nice to work with. So definitely take a look at that. It's also got like GMK colors and things like that, so you can select the colors, and these are actually a lot more accurate than some of the other ones were historically. It's also got a lot of the SP colors as well, so if you like SP colorways, you can kind of have a play around with this. If you're thinking about doing some mix and match on the ABS Flex key sets, you can have a play around with this. And it's also got some of the PBT colors from Signature Plastics as well, and these are actually really, really accurate. I was playing around with these. They're actually pretty accurate in terms of the hex codes compared to the real codes, so do take a look. It's a really good tool. I'll drop the link into chat because it's a nice fun one to play with. Right, let's catch up with chat, and then after that we will start doing a keyboard build. Midnight Rainbow with no space bars? Maybe not. I love fleeces so much. So glad they're back. Me too. Wolfie, I sometimes I think you're the female version of me because we seem to have very similar tastes. I love a comfortable fleece. I run quite hot as a person, but I still like to wear a fleece whenever it's cold. Would making the numpad a separate kit help with the cost, or would that draw too much ire? Is that for Midnight Rainbow, Alvi? The issue with Midnight Rainbow is I do not think it's going to make MOQ organically. Like, I don't think it will sell out the 150 base kits we need to make it to MOQ. Because a spacebar kit would need to hit 100 MOQ naturally, it would just be another thing to buy out, if that makes sense, because then I couldn't not produce the spacebar kit if we offered it when I'm doing it. And where I'm at currently in my head and financially is if we sell 75 base kits, I will buy out the rest of them. So I think that's the better way to make sure it gets made. Fox Abomination, thank you so much for 4 months of subs. My fleece hoodie is one of the most comfortable things I own. Yeah. Chat, if you do not get Just Beat due to MOQ, I'm going to be so disappointed in you. It's just a gorgeous colorway. Is the key cult number 3 configurator acting up? I don't think so. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Oh. It is acting up. Why is that doing that? Where's the other way of getting to it? Do I need to adjust it? It is acting up. I will fix that in the morning. Thank you very much for pointing that out, Jehovah. I will absolutely make sure I fix that in the morning. I know what the issue is. It's a config thing. I will get it fixed in the morning. Thank you very much for letting me know that. I'm going to put that on my to-do list right now. Let me do that. There we go. It's on my to-do list. I'll fix that tomorrow. Okay. Piper's been really good about that. Mad Max can see about the board as long as he gets some SP stuff. Nice. Oblique's had PVD issues, so still not dispatched. Yeah, but I think we'll still get them towards the back end of October now because we're going to airship them, I think. That was the mint colours I was asking the history about. I think it's just a JQ. I can't remember what I said to you on Discord. I remember you asking, but I think it doesn't really have anything other than just colours that people liked back on Geek Hack a few years ago. I don't believe it comes from any particular historic boards or anything. Jay saying autumnal makes my amygdala tingle. Oh, that's difficult to say. My amygdala tingle. Any sneak peek on what's coming in the upcoming stock drops? I can give you a list of a few things. Give me a second to load Notion up because I don't have it open right now. Okay. So we will have Void 65, some of Bias DE. Excuse me. Neo60s, Neo65s. Neo 60 Core Batch 3, Neo 80 Batch 3. These will all have extras. So Neo 80s, Neo Ergos, normal Neo 65s, and normal Neo 70s. Neo 75 CUs will have some extras. QK 80s will have some extras. QK 101s, QK 75s, and QK Alice Duos will have extras. There will also be the Rook Studios Vany Alice, VANY Alice. There'll be some extras of that. There'll be the Intro S100 and extras. There'll be the Rubber Haku, the single Rubber Haku keyboards and extras of those. There'll be Blue Ridge, and there's been a few cancellations for Blue Ridge, so there'll be extras of those. There will be Snake extras, there'll be Cam Soda Squid, there'll be PBS Goblin Mode and the associated desk mats with those. There'll be overlap desk mats which are going to be in stock. There's going to be Led Zeppelin, GMK Led Zepp desk mats are going to arrive as well. There's going to be more Swag Keys white on black which is going to be for in stock. Swag Keys Wild, Cap white on black which is in pre-order right now, but that's going to be technically in stock. And there'll be a ton of other stuff as well. And then in the next shipment, which should arrive towards the middle of November, we think, there's going to be Key Cult 1800s, Pangea, Looming Key palm rests, Key Cult number 160s. There's going to be the Inkuma desk mats that we're doing. The Zoom TKL Diner is in the next shipment as well. PBS Galaxy is going to come as well, not too far away. All of the QK and Alice boards and stuff like that. MW Real to Real and Eyeball Collector, Cap Midas and stuff like that. This is all just set sail from China last week. Wraith 60 as well. The Reverie. But I'm not quite sure what's going on with that. I think there's some missing parts for that. I think Type R switches, Gator on Stage switches, Seal keyboards, the Matrix Labs Noose keyboards as well are in the next shipment, on the way at the minute. Strawberry Cheesecake R2 are in that shipment and coming too. And the Seabass TH edition as well, and a ton of other stuff. So yeah, there's all sorts of random stuff in that shipment. But that's on the way already. So yeah, lots of stuff coming. KLE 2, I hope so anyway, because ads. Yeah, so the KLC tool is really good fun. I've been having a great time using it. Am I in the EU? I've never tried buying it. Oh, interesting, because KLE is licensed in such a way that it could disappear off the face of the planet and no one would be able to maintain it. Yeah, yeah. I love KLC, it's incredible. Yeah, it's really, really good, really good. I wasn't aware of it until, I don't even know how I found it. But I was made aware of it like a week and a half ago, and I've used it for everything since. Gemma, happy Sunday. We absolutely do, especially fashion. Is there a deadline to pre-order the DCS ABS Flex keycap sets? Apologies, I may be blind. We're waiting for... so no, there isn't a deadline that I can tell you. But at some point, it will just go off the website whenever SP say, right, we need your numbers, Jay. That's when it will go off the website. And then it will be in stock afterwards, but at a slight price increase, like 10 or 12% above. How would you compare the ETA 87 mounting style to a leaf spring like the Class 60? The mounting points on the Class 60 were more inwards compared to the outer ones on the ETA. It feels really, really similar to the some of the Matrix boards that use those kind of the spring plates, especially using the FR4 ones. I think it was the Matrix ME that did it, and the Fuaqua as well. Like they feel very similar to those, if that helps. Been meaning to move my drafts over to KLC, but I'm just a little dumb and Melissa is very used to KLE, so I'm just doing it for the one project for now. Move over once I move on to Goodbye. Fair, yeah. KLC is so intuitive, it's mad. The drag and drop is my favorite bit. Yeah, it's one of the big things that's missing from KLE. But KLE was made like... I've been using KLE since 2014, I think. About then, maybe 2016, something around there. I've been using it a long time. I feel like 2013, 2014 was when I started using it. I'm trying to remember the guy's name that did it. I'm trying to remember the guy's name that did it. I think he was called Ian. I think. I don't know. Anyway. Do you like the Goth Caps Deathmat? The Wonder Harvest is so cool. This was a gift from Moons of Empire. Moons, thank you so much, dude. The Da in Amygdala is supposed to be softer. I don't know. Intro S100? Yeah, in whichever version of the list I said. I want to be in Mizo R2, but I already have the version you ran a few months ago. Plus spending a month with looking at booking to come to Leeds and buying new glasses. Fair. Type R finally? Yeah, they're about 5 weeks away. Good evening for those who enjoyed Max teaching how to win a race with a Ferrari. Any idea if there'd be the extras of the TGR Jane Rubber Hose edition? I know he said about the Kahaku. Yes, there will be extras of the Jane. The Jane is still in production hell at the moment. I need to get an update from KLC. Not the tool, but the company KLC as to what's happening with that. The rotation stuff in KLC is awesome. Yeah. Desmat is OP. Thanks, man. Source code is ancient. Yeah. Yeah, it was Kenny Shear who did KLC. Yeah. But I'm trying to think for KLE. I'm sure the guy was called Ian, but I think I knew him to talk to on Discord. I'm sure his name was Ian. Ian Prest. Yeah, okay, there you go. Thank you. Yeah. Will there be extras for Pangea Mini? Yes. Considering it hasn't been updated since 2018, it's pretty Asian compared to now. Yeah. Hey, there's Kenny Shear. Yeah. Hey, man. Good to see you. Kenny's here. Might be wrong on telling my type. No, you are absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Right. Okay, that's caught up with chat. Yeah, we were just saying, Kenny, how good the tool was. I was just showing it off a second ago. If I turn that back on. So this is Midnight Rainbow R2 in KLE, and I was saying that I'm gonna port it over to KLC, and I've been doing a lot of other stuff in KLC as well. So yeah, so I'm a big fan of these colors. Like the color matching you've done on these, pretty impressive. Pretty happy with it. So yeah. Do have a play around with it. There's all sorts of different stuff that you can do, and yeah, it's just really intuitive. And there's a ton of stuff you can even import from KLE. I haven't even tried that yet, but I should have a try of that and see how it works. But yeah, the dragging and dropping of the keys is just so much better than KLE. Having to use your arrow keys to move them around, so much nicer. Yeah. Really happy about it. And stabs as well. This is a really cool thing because you can select which orientation your stab's going in as well, so you can see the stabilizer through it. Although it doesn't show for the ISO enter yet. That's the only thing I noticed that was missing. Oh, it doesn't show on these either. Interesting. I hadn't checked the numpad before, but yeah. But you can see stabilizers, and if you put the shift in for here, it shows on the, instead of using ISO, it shows the stabilizers here. Look, there you go. Yeah. It's pretty cool. I don't know what the KRK button does. I haven't tried that yet. I don't know what the KRK bit does. Okay, I need to play around with that. But everything else works really, really well. It's cool. It's a cool tool. It's a really cool tool. Right. Okay. Thanks for the shout out. No idea you were using. That's awesome. I'm not sure how I got onto it, to be honest. I think someone might have shared the link or something the other day or something, and yeah, it was really good fun. Okay, moves it to be ready for rendering. Gotcha. Cool. Make a note to think on the vertical steps. Yeah. So yeah, they. I mean, you can just rotate the diagram for ANSI enter vertical and centered on the thinnest part of the keycap for ISO enter, and you can do the same on the two enter keys for the enter and the plus key for numpad. Yeah, they just go vertically. Cool. Okay. Right. I'm going to finish my coffee. So if you guys have got any questions for me before I start building a keyboard, let me know. We are going to run a poll in a second. I know none of the mods are available tonight. I know Demotex is listening, but not available to put things on a poll. So I do have some choices for switches for you today. We're going to be building a Neo65 Core Plus, and you guys have got two choices of switches. You've got Pumpkins or you've got Sonias. So I'm going to create a poll for that now. Okay, so that poll is going to be live now. There we go. And you guys can vote and let me know which switches you'd like to see. Oh, I've put a cap low in Pumpkin. Oh well, it's fine. It's fine. You guys can vote and let me know. When will the Pangea mini extras be? I'm so bummed I missed out on the group buy earlier this year after we've shipped the keyboards. So the Pangea mini extras will be after we've shipped the keyboards out. So once production's finished, the keyboards will ship to us, which takes about 6 weeks to get across the ocean. Then we'll ship those out to customers within a couple of days of them arriving here. And then we will quality control check and list extras on the website. So yeah. This one is going to be my second board after the Dyna. The Neo65 Core Plus is dynamite for the price. It is really good. I'm hoping the build today is nice, but you guys can vote on the switches and we'll build it. No, it was the full-size Pangea that shipped last week, I think. Let me double check that. Yeah, Pangea full size that was shipped last week. I think it got to our freight forwarder 2.5, 3 weeks ago, and then it took us about 10 or 15 days to actually get everything tied together and get it on a ship, and then it was set sail about a week ago, maybe 10 days ago or something like that. In fact, I think it was the 20th of September it set sail. Let me see if it says on here. Yeah, set sail on the 20th. So yeah, so it might be the back end of October, early November when it arrives. Yeah, which might mean it's even in time for our open day. So if you're in the UK, or even if you're worldwide and you want to come along to PT's open day, I can show you this. This is where we do our coming soon stuff, and it's going to be on the 8th of November. So this is where I'm set right now. I'm literally in this room up here right now in the workshop. This is our workshop. Yeah, if you want to come and join and help us celebrate our 6th birthday. PT is 6 years old. Somehow on the 1st of November we turn 6, so this will be a week after PT's birthday. I might even arrange for cake to be there on the day. I might even arrange for there to be cake, if you like cake. But there'll definitely be coffee and everything else. You can check this page out. I'll drop the link in chat. Tickets are going to go on sale in sometime either this week or next week. I just need to finalize some details with the software we're using for it. And effectively, we're going to be able to open the doors for up to 150 people to come along. We're going to raise some money for charity. We're going to do some free coffee. We're going to do some giveaways and prizes. There'll be a little AMA with me if anyone's got anything you'd like to ask me in real life. There'll be some goodie bags. There'll be some exclusive discounts. You'll be able to bring your own keyboard and try other people's keyboards on the day. And tickets will be £4 each. That's it. But you'll get the £4 knocked off on order if you make an order on the day. So if you take part in our discounts, you'll get the £4 back off your order. So yeah, the only reason we really have to charge for tickets is to just make sure that we know the numbers of people that are coming, and all of the software for tickets that plugs into Shopify charges a fee per ticket sold, which is really expensive. So we have to try and cover that. So yeah, So it's going to be from 12:30 till 4:30, so 4 hours of PT goodness, free coffee, meeting people, seeing everything that goes on here, and yeah, it should be really good fun. It should be really good fun. I'm really looking forward to it. Jay's trying to make people believe the workshop is real. I think you've been to it, JQ. I'm pretty sure that I've seen you walk underneath this door and into the workshop before. But imaginary people have been there, legend tells. Yeah. Meets are awesome. Love the open day. Yeah, and as I say, we wanted to do it again. So there'll be more seating, more tables. You can bring a keyboard this time. You'll get to see all of the stuff that we're doing and working on. There'll be a ton of prototype stuff there as well, and we'll give a ton of stuff away as well because we always do. We always do. JQ is also imaginary, just like all the rest of my friends, Mr. Collane. Just like all of you guys. I can't see you, so you must be imaginary, right? Isn't there a theory that you know the whole world could be made up inside your own mind, and you are, as far as you are concerned, you are the only person that you can verify that thinks and believes and exists, and therefore everything that you are aware of could just be made up and in your mind. Interesting. Alvin might be able to tell me more about that, given his. Yeah, you lectured about that on Friday. What's the theory called, Alvin? I remember it. Is it like soliloquism or something like that? Is this chat in the room with you right now? Where did the chat touch you? Yeah. Oh dear. Okay, so we're using pumpkins today. Thank you very much for voting, guys. You may have seen him, but have you touched him? Maybe.
Incredible.
Who was that who convinced me to buy a compact Ergo while stood under that door then? Matrixism? Solipsism? Oh, okay, I wasn't far away. I had the right word, just the wrong pronunciation. Yeah, okay. Yeah. I can't remember what I said, but I think I pronounced it wrong. Yeah. Legend tells of a man in Bradford who has too many international kits. Yeah, that's a thing. Too many international kits. Yeah. Right, okay, so you've decided on pumpkins, so I'll put the Sonias to one side. My mind is shit in this case. I get the feeling. If the shipment comes in before the meet, would you be able to pick my board up then instead of delivery? Or would that be a massive pain? So, one of the things that we want to do is for people who buy the tickets, the other reason why I want to sell tickets on the website rather than just let people turn up is so that we can link your account to your purchase, and then you can take part of the discounts we're going to offer on the day 24 hours before. And then you can order it online, so you don't have to come and stand in a queue here at PT, and we can get it ready for you, and you can just walk up to the counter and request for collection and say, I've got order X, and we'll already have it pulled out to one side for you. The plan is that we would probably turn that on the Thursday night, and then all day Friday, Mel and I can go and get those orders ready and get them pulled together. And then when you turn up on the Saturday, you can just chill out and handle things. You'll still be able to buy stuff on the day if you see something extra you want to buy, but we basically do it like a click and collect. If it's something else that's already been ordered, probably not. It's more than likely, if it's in this current shipment, it's more than likely that it'll be gone long before the open day happens, because it's 6 weeks until the open day happens. So everything that comes in the current shipment will be long shipped before then, because it'll take us about 2 weeks to get through it. So there'll be another 4 weeks until the open day, and then I think the shipment that's due to arrive around the time of the open day will probably arrive after the open day. And if it's going to arrive like 1 or 2 days before, it will be tucked away to another storage unit until after the open day, and we'll kind of like delay it for 2 days. Like we had to do this last time. Last time we did an open day back in March, I think it was. The shipment arrived on the Thursday, and we were doing the open day on the Saturday. And we basically just had to move it into one of our other storage places until the Monday when we started processing it. We did have one customer complain that we were prioritizing people coming on the day, and it's like, we've got 90 people coming. I think we have to prioritize that and save 2 days of shipping. Like 2 days extra on the shipping isn't that big of a deal, and we would have only got through a part of the shipments anyway. Wouldn't have got through everything. So yeah, so it was one of those things. Okay. I heard that. I heard too many international kits. Yeah, too many. Yay, pumpkins. Dude, David, pumpkins are underrated. These are such good switches. And it's spooky season coming up. I love that pre-Socratic concepts remain relevant. The stars change, but the mind remains. Yeah. What if you're Northern Irish? Can you still get it delivered in this scenario? No. I don't know. We'll figure it out, Reed. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. I miss psych lectures. My Friday lecture was on Greek philosophy and its influences on the root of the psyche. Lots of pre-Socratic spiel. Okay, nice. Do you change switches according to season? I do now, yeah. Spoopy keyboard build for the Halloween. Do you know what? Actually, one of the key sets that I selected today was for this. So, it's this, which is GMK Fright Club, which is ideal for spooky season. So maybe now, maybe because you've chosen pumpkins and the board's kind of like a purplish colour that this will go really well with, maybe now you don't get to vote for a key set. Maybe we are doing a Halloween build. And maybe we'll give it away on Halloween. How about that? I love spooky season. My favorite season. Do you know what I found as well? So I found I can't justify buying one. One of my favorite films of hold on, of like all time is Nightmare Before Christmas, and I did find these Stanley cups that have like a glow-in-the-dark Nightmare Before Christmas thing on them. Why can I not find it now? Why can I not find it? Was it just under Jack and Sally? I can't remember. Oh, here we go. So, let me flick over. Okay. Wait, why can you not see that? Oh, I see why you can't see that. There we go. So I found these. These are really cool. They kind of like do like a little bit of a glow in the dark thing as well. Like look at this. Look at this. How cool is that? Jack and Sally on a Stanley mug. So yeah, apart from playing the Nelly, I'm not sure why it plays the Nelly, but they are so expensive. They are so much money. And I was going to buy one for Lottie as well, who's a friend of mine who absolutely loves Nightmare Before Christmas just as much as I do. And I just can't justify buying two of them. But they're so nice. They're so nice. Yeah. It's one of the best. Nightmare Before Christmas is best films. Yeah, it's really, really good. Best trick or treat. It's not even October, so why not break out the Christmas decks? Dude, like, we can do a spooky build ready for Halloween. We can prepare for that, right? That's fine. I don't think there's anything wrong with preparing for it. What's this? What's this? There's colour everywhere. What's this? What's this? There's white things in the air. I love the film. I love the film. Nightmare Before Christmas sing-along at PT's 6th birthday meetup, please. Yeah, we could do that. We could. The whole film is just a sing-along thing. I didn't know it was going to have such loud music, JQ. I apologise. I apologise. I'm not really sorry. Your ears are fine. I don't think I'll get the Disney copyright strike. I might get the copyright strike for the Nelly song now. Send an audio of you singing that to SPC, please. Yeah, I'd love to hear Rue sing it. No one wants to hear me sing it again because that was terrible. Right. Anyway, let's take a look at the board and get the board put together. Oh, I need to grab the stabilizers as well. Let me grab those. Ugh. So yes, these are Night Stabilizers V4. Come in this little snazzy box. Sadly, no box art this time, but really nice and cute packaging. First grinder, now Stanley mugs. Sure, yeah, well the grinder isn't like it's like a coffee grinder. It's not like an app, right? So here we have the stabilizers, we have the housings and inserts, we have the screws, wires, and washers. So I'll be using those. Let's grab the board and take a look at the board. Now this is the ideal colorway to use for a spooky season, actually, because it's the heather purple. So we have PCB, we have Alu plate, plate fork and stabilizers, tools and cable, feet, O-ring and bump ons, spare screws. And then here we have the board. Look how nice this purple is. It's such a cool purple as well. Look how nice this heather color is. Look at that. So nice. Look at that color. Cadbury's. Yeah, I mean, I get the Cadbury's idea, but it's going to work so well with the orange. Look. Yeah. Proper spooky season keyboard, this. Yeah. Okay. Let's crack on with the build. Help if I put the phone back in the correct way. Put the switches to one side. Right, we will need feet. We will need those. Probably won't need the tools. Probably won't need the screws, but we'll see. And we will need the plate fork. I'll use this plate fork. I usually use my own, but we'll use this plate fork today. We're not going to use these stabilizers. I think we should probably leave the foam in the bottom of the case. Like, should we have chat vote on it? Which foams would you like to use? Let's put a poll up while I do the stabilizers. New poll. I spelled that wrong, but I'm going to leave it. Switch. Switch. And PEI. Switch. And PEI. And tray. Or none. I know this isn't all of the options, but oh, I did not want to do that. Why did I do that? So you guys can vote on some of these options. There you go. So that poll is live, and I know like there's not all of the options. I could put a million different combinations or whatever, but we put some options up so you can pick on that. Plate fork can be used to hook the PCB out of the case. Yeah, that's why I'm keeping it out. That's why I'm going to show you. I'm probably not going to use this today, but we'll pop it to one side anyway. We'll put the foams to one side. Get the plate ready. Plate foam only to see how the grooves sound. Yeah, you guys can vote and see what you want to do. With the tray foam, we can pop that in and out at any time. Here's the plate. Looks rather nice. Supports ISO or ANSI. We'll go for an. If the PCB supports it with the hot swap, we'll go for an ISO build today. Should support it, yeah. Doesn't look to be warped. Let's get a cloth out and then we can start to lubricate up our stabilizers. Okay. I've got a million things open that I don't need open. So I think we're going to go with 6.25U on this build today, just because I think it's going to work a little bit nicer for a 65. I am a 7U enjoyer, We'll split the left shift. We need another stabilizer for ISO enter, and we need another stabilizer for backspace. Warped PCBs is a new trend. I think the thing is, like, if you get FR4 and you stack too many PCBs on, they can kind of bow a little bit, and it will retain the shape that it bows to over time. But you can straighten them out quite easily. There's been, like, I've had a load of PCBs, but once you get all of the switches in and the plate, it kind of pulls itself back together, especially if you're doing a solid build. Okay, so we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and that's all the stabilizers we'll need. Okay. Help if I got the housing assembled correctly. Yeah, the plate will generally pull the PCB straight, especially if it's a soldered build, because you've got that mechanical connection rather than just something loosely grabbing hold of your switches in the hot swap sockets. You've got that mechanical bond there with a solder. When you use split shift, so on ISO layouts, you would have shift here on a 1.25U key, and then you'd have pipe / here, and then you would have your ISO enter here, and you would have hash tilde there. That's how ISO layout generally works. I'm just going to coat the wires with XHT BDZ. Oh yeah, we haven't done discounts yet. If there's anything that anyone would like a discount on that's in stock on the website, let me know, and we'll see if we can give you a discount. There's something you were going to buy, but you need like an extra few quid off of it, let me know, and we'll see if we can do a discount for you. Or if you've got a question you'd like to ask me about anything at all, any topic at all, ask away. I will try and answer to the best of my ability. Does not have to be keyboard related. Can be keyboard adjacent or completely unrelated to keyboards. Is Protozoa stuff possible for a discount? Not really. It depends on what it is. If it's like one of the... it depends on what it is. Tell me what it is and I'll tell you whether I can or not. It's difficult on the Protozoa side of things, but I'll see what I can do. Depends on what it is. Accommodation for the PT meal. So I am going to reach out to the hotel at the end of the road here. So right at the end of the road, if you look on Google Maps, there is a roundabout, and it's at the top of the M606, and there is a hotel just there. It's literally a 10-minute walk from PT. And depending on what we do after the open day, because I want to do like something for SPC members after the open day, and depending on whether you guys are all going to get to vote on this as well. So depending on whether we do like an after party at PTHQ where we order like a ton of takeaway and have some drinks here at PTHQ, and then you all go back to hotels, or whether we go out for drinks in Leeds, will determine which hotel I speak to. But I am going to speak to the hotel at the end and see if I can get some discount on some rooms there. Protozoa do accommodation? No. You'll be fine, Colleen. You might just have an extra taxi to pay for into Leeds, depending on what we're doing. I'm sure that you won't be the only person that stays in Leeds if we do stay in Leeds. But I just want to try and help out because I know it's expensive. Have you converted to ANSI? Your Cloudline is still not built in ISO. I don't have the ISO plate file at the minute, so when I get the ISO plate file, I will be converting it to ISO layout. I tend to flip and flop between ANSI and ISO these days. There was a time when I really struggle to use ANSI layout. I remember having a laugh with Zambomon about it years and years ago, when I was back in Top Class. This has been 2018 maybe. But yeah, I used to really struggle to use ANSI layout, and these days I've kind of got used to it. I'm a little bit better when it comes to switching between the two layouts. Don't want to stay in the same hotel as last time. What was wrong with Clayton's hotel? Was it a bad hotel? Where did you stay? If anyone wants hotel recommendations, just ask me. I know most of the hotels in Leeds. I think we do have some people coming from abroad as well. There's been a few people from the EU mention that they're going to come over, and at least one person from the US wants to come, so that'd be really cool. It's all fun and games until you accidentally almost delete a database in prod. Why are you working in prod, dude? You should be testing in test, not in prod. What kind of change control are you guys running there? Sounds like none. Yeah, I have not put much lube on these at all. Let me zoom the camera in so you can see. So we have lubed the wire, and as you can see, it's just a really thin layer on the wire itself. It's not massive, and then on the side of the slider rail, a very thin layer, so you can still see through it. And then just in the back as well, just a little bit there. Not much lube at all, very little and very light on lube. It's literally just on the wire. Look, as you can see through the side, it's just on the wire. That's it. Very little lube. The staff were just very friendly. Isn't that what you want? Do you not want friendly staff in a hotel? Or do you mean like they were getting handsy, that kind of friendly? Because maybe you do, maybe you don't want that. I don't know. I'm operational, not a dev. 95% of my work is pro. Right, need a screwdriver now. That's too big, Jay. Why did you grab that one? What type of switches do you want, Valley? Do you want tactile? Oh, I haven't put the washer on that. Do you want tactile? Do you want linears? What do you want? We have a ton of stuff in stock. Gator on the oranges are a great show if you like a linear. Did you say what you wanted a discount on Colleen? If you did, I missed it. Sorry, if you can repeat that. Colleen was getting nervous, but you were just happy. Okay. You were chatting away. Okay. I'm also the person telling the devs that what they coded is crap, even though I don't understand it because of how much CPU usage and resources. Okay, so not very efficient code then. Okay. Man, I'm dropping everything here. This is not good. Yeah, Gator and Lanes, we sold out of them pretty much straight away. We do have more coming, I believe. We've definitely got more on order. Cool. You can take a look at our website. Prototypist Keyboards is on the website. It's prototypist.net, sorry, not Prototypist Keyboards. The name of the company is Prototypist Keyboards. The website is prototypist.net. And you can check all of our in-stock switches. If you order today, they'll ship tomorrow morning. No, but I think we're gonna stock it, Mochief. I'm pretty sure we're gonna stock it. If it's anything like my keyboard themed OnlyFans Rue, probably not. That's not doing too well. Why .net and not .com? Because .com was not available, and I've never looked since to see whether it was available or not. We just at the time we just bought .net. I keep meaning to see if .com is available, and if it is, buy it. But I just like, it's just not been something I thought about. Yeah, send me a video, Gemma. Send me a video, Gemma. We'll take a look. Right. Okay. How did we vote on foams? What did we vote? No foams at all. Okay, no foams at all. We can do that. Right. Let's see if we've still got the standoffs, because I am going to just put the standoffs in. I did say we didn't need any of these screws, but we do. In fact, let's put these away. It's Gateron Type R's on the stainless steel Cloudline with GMK Prussian blue keycaps. Okay, let's get these installed into the plate first of all, and that's a Torx screw. Just grab a Torx that's going to be the correct size for that. That's too big. Should be okay. And then effectively what we're going to do is we're just going to install the standoffs up against the plate. Oh, that's still too big. Yeah. Just like so. And we're just going to put these in each of the slots and hold the screw in place. Start off the standoff being onto the thread of the screw. Then flip it over, pin the standoff in place, and then tighten the screw. Just like so. Oops. It's available just for 40,000. Yeah, okay. I am not buying the .com domain then. For the stabilizers, I recommend either Stabies, or at the moment we've got Stabies in stock, which are really good, or we've got the ones I'm using here, which are the Swag Keys round 4 stabilizers, the Night stabilizers. Which are excellent. Hey, Mr. Bezic. How are you doing, good sir? You'll need these for O-ring. Yeah, I'm just conscious because we're not putting the foams in that I'm just going to put them in anyway. It's not really going to affect the sound or anything, so I think that's fine. And it just helps with alignment and things as well. So, is it needed? No. Is it a nice to have? Sure. Then we're just going to line it up from the other side. And then we're going to pop the larger screws in. And are these Torx as well? Yes. Hopefully they're the same size. Come on. Why can I not hold this screw in place? Come on, Jay. What are you doing? Oh, just turn that down. You're right, Paddy, the standards had different screw heads. I've seen it before, dude. I have seen it before. That's why I always double check these things these days. I've seen it before where the whole board has had different screws in different parts. Okay, cool. There we go. You feel somewhat vindicated in your reason to stick to ISO now? Fair. After doing something like that, so would I. Okay, right, time to install the switches then. So we're using pumpkins as you guys voted for earlier on. And we're going to get the plate fork in place. And we're just going to slide this in between the plate and the PCB. And then we're going to install switches in the bottom row. And then move our way across and then up. That'll wiggle out. Pop it here. Okay, here because we're doing split shift, we have to turn this switch around 180 degrees. And we also need to do the same for the shift key. And then we're going to come over this side and do the switches here as well. Should work okay. We should be able to use the standoff in this area to keep everything aligned correctly.
Tasty, tasty.
Geeky Ed, thank you so much for the sub. Just can't stay long, but I wanted to drop in and say hi. Well, hello, good sir. I hope you're doing well, man. Okay, now we can start to do the home row. Built my Core 60 today. Weird to build a whole board without touching a tool. Yeah, you don't have to touch a tool at all. Apart from if you want to put your screw in stabilizers. If you're just using clip-ins though, yeah, absolutely, you can do it completely toolless. Unless you count your plate fork, could I generally recommend using one of those these days. I'm debating whether we need to change that or not. We'll see. Brazilian screws in the seals, yeah. Can I ask where the tasty notification sound came from? Yeah, it's actually someone who used to be in the keyboard hobby in MK UK who recorded that for me. I don't know where the actual sound clip came from, but they're all the same guy. I don't know if he'd want me to dox him, so I'm not going to say who it was. But his username was Reed, not the Reed that we have in chat today. Not Reed, sorry, Rudy, in fact, back in Discord a long time ago. But he did a few. Like he did the tasty tasty. He did the ooh, don't mind if I do. Like there's quite a few different sound effects. I'm not sure if I can play them on here. How can I test them? Is there a way I can test them? I don't know. I'm not sure if there is a way I can test them or not, actually. But yeah, there is there's like the tasty tasty. There's the don't mind if I do. I think there's different ones if you drop bits and things like that, and there's different ones for follows and different ones for subscribers. But he recorded all of them for me in exchange for a GMK set about 6 years ago when we first started. Well, around the time of Top Clack, actually, I think it was. I think originally we were going to use them for Top Clack, and then kind of like Top Clack started to fall by the wayside, and I started streaming on this channel a couple of years later. So I think they actually sat unused for about 2 years, and then we used them for this. So yeah, he got a set of GMK Triumph Adler, the very first GMK set run by Drop, if I remember correctly. It's a very old key set. Okay, almost there now. And there we go. There we have the build. Nice. Pumpkins on an alu plate. All looking good. Excellent. Great. Okay, now we are going to use the little bump-ons rather than the O-ring, so let's get these out. And the reason for that is because we're using stabilizers for the backspace, which will not work with the O-ring. So we're just going to use these little bump-ons, and these are just going to clip in onto the PCB. So effectively we've got like a PCB gasket mount here, and they just sit in those gaps. Oh, that one doesn't, because that one's slightly malformed. There we go. I'm just going to push these into place all the way around. Okay, just about there now. And you guys did pick to have this built with no foams whatsoever, which is an interesting choice. So we can take all of the foams out of the case, and we can put those to one side. And we can take the case. Let's install the feet first, actually. Let's go for the black feet. I feel like that fits the theme better. We're going to go spooky build. Let's do spooky colored feet. Okay, so here we go. We can now pop the build into the board. This just drops in, and the gaskets that we put in place just then become like a friction fit against the case. And the tool used earlier on, this plate fork, this is actually a removal tool. So you see it on this end here. It's got like a little nubbin. That's so you can pop that down through this hole here, I think. Is that the hole it's designed for? Yeah, through that hole. And you can twist it and you can pull up the whole assembly. And it just pops out nice and easily. So there we go. Looking really cool with the pumpkin switches in there. And as this is a Halloween themed build, we are going to use a Halloween themed keycap set. Let's zoom in a little bit. This is GMK's Fight Night. We've got base, novelties and accents here, so we might have to go all out on the spookiness. Look at that trample. Come on, camera, focus. Who doesn't want to be trampled on, right? We have the Frighten key. Some really great text novelties in this set. Is that 6.25 or 6U? That's 6U. That's 6U. Oh, actually, should we go for the accent spacebar? Wait, is that 6.25 or 6U as well? That's 6.25. Let's go for the accent spacebar. Why not? And then we've got some cool novelties like Thrash and Clobber. There's some really cool, and we've got the Shapeshift key. I'm just going to go all out with the novelties here. More Thrash keys and a Freak key as well. Who doesn't love like a Freak key? Have a Festa key here, why not? Oh, there's a Dread key there. That's pretty cool. Oh, do we need to move that switch? I did wonder about that switch. We have to move that switch. I have it in the wrong position. I did think I'd got it in the wrong position. I know you should support the PCB. I shouldn't really do it that way, but I think we'll be okay. Oh, another Festa key. I think there is another colour we're missing for here. Probably that. This is going to be where I struggle as well to figure out which keys go on which bit here. Pipe slash. I know we're not using ANSI today, but that's such a great novelty key. Ah, curse. We can put the curse key in. Look, there we go. Doom. Oh, we could have used the thingy arrows. Let's keep the colourful ones. And we've got the stab key for shift. The roll key. Let's put that up there. I think we are going to have to use some of these cool novelties as well, the pad printed ones. I can't remember what all of these are. I'm going to have to get a copy of the keycap set up actually, just so I can see. Little Fright Night, Fright Club. Oh, okay, so the stab key actually, that's wrong, right? Okay, so I need a trample key there. So we already got trample. No, okay, cool, right. So I need the chain key for caps lock, and then frighten. We should have the shapeshift key. Yeah, okay, yeah. And then eliminate is the backspace key. Okay. Okay, Just making sure I've got the right keys. Eliminate for backspace. There we go. I do love some good text novelties. Mangle. What a great key. Mangle. Wait, was that one of the ones I needed? No, stab. Stab, chain, and trample. That's what I need. Stab, chain, and trample. Oh, there's a freak key as well. That's nice. Brack, thank you so much for the sub, dude. 24 months, 2 years. Happy second PT birthday. A numb key as well. I love that. I might just use one use up here. Oh no, we'll put it to one side. We'll keep that to one side. I don't know. We'll decide. Oh, there's the eyeball as well. Oh, there's some really cool keys. I just need to decide what ones we're going to put on the side here. Cease. Great key. Chomp as well. Oh man, I don't know. I'm going to keep some of the cool ones and decide. Oh, I forgot this has got re-legendables as well. Trample was what we needed for the shift. There we go. Oh, we're going to have to use that. Jaws break. Some great keys on this. Stomp. It's got too many good keys for such a small keyboard.
Incredible.
Cobwebs as well. Let's go for the colourful arrows because I like them. Thump. Dracula keycap. Or vampire, probably not Dracula. That would be trademarked, I'm sure. Chain, and we just need the stab key, which is not that one. Ring, what a great key. What is this set? This is Fright Club. I don't think anyone's got it in stock anymore, but it's a really, really cool set. So many good novelties. Snarl, Mangle. Look at these. Look at some of these cool keycaps. Underrated set. Or maybe we should have used the Frighten key. I don't know. We'll decide on that in a minute. I think I'm going to use the Dracula key for... Oh, is there an R1 Dracula? Let's see if we can find an R1 for the Dracula key. Sadly, there is no UK ISO for this set, so we are going to be stuck with using whatever we can for the relevant keys, but we'll figure something out. What do the subbuttons mean? You've got like HEX and JINX, so it's Jinx and Hex, and GUTS, Guts. It's all just like horror themed or Halloween themed, whatever you want to call it. I could have sworn we had 2 of the 1U keycaps for there that were bright colours for the arrows. Yeah. So one more I'm missing. Is it that? There we go. Oh man, so many keys. So many cool keys as well. I can't remember what ones we need for this. Definitely doesn't have UKISO in, right? Yeah, so the boo is the escape key, remember that. Oh, we could have had bonk or bite. There's two different Bs. Bonk and bite. Definitely don't need F9. So many keys. I do love that all these legends actually exist now with GMK. So I think we have to use that for R4. Oh, is that R4? Oh, that's R3, definitely R3. That'll be there. Oh, I put the Y in the wrong place. Do I have a keycap for it? I do. Been switch looping, spring switching, and filming for 6 hours now. Dude, it takes time, man. Dracula's probably in the public realm by now. Maybe. Maybe. I don't know. I'm not sure. I think we're going to stick with bite, not bonk. Just because. Just because. So there should be the it's going to be that, isn't it? Yeah. Right, so we need X, and then we need the what was the key that we needed up there? Stab. So there should be a stab key for here. I may have already put that back in the sub, so we might have to try and find that in a second. Okay, right. Need to figure out what we're going to do here. I think that I'm just going to try and use some of the cool Halloween style faces. Right, okay. So I've definitely put... Oh no, stab key. It was just there waiting. There we go. We now have the board all ready to go. Reaper for the escape though. I mean, we could put the Reaper on the escape. We could change the ISO enter. I think I'm going to stick with the claw marks because they're cool. Yeah, we got the stab in the end. Thank you, this is cool. Maybe I want to check your number. What did I do with the number? Oh wait, why did I put the 7 and the 5 the wrong way around? How on earth did I do that? How on earth did I do that? Well spoiled. It was a test. I was just seeing if anyone was paying attention, right? I was just seeing if anyone was paying attention. Should we change this over? Yeah, let's change it over. I do love a text novelty key, but let's go all out with the. So there we go. So this is the Neo65 Core Plus in this beautiful heather colorway with GMK, Fright Club, and pumpkin switches. It's very colorful. It's very bright. It's very bold. What do you guys think? Do you like this? Is this good? Is this bad? Bulbs, thank you so much for the 18 months of subscribe. Thoroughly appreciate you, man. Thank you so much for that. Do I know what the first keyboard was with the 65 layout? Might have been the White Fox. That was 2014, I think, the first one. May have been the White Fox. Did you build a CBSTH? No, I was sadly not quick enough to buy one when we put them up for sale, so I don't have a personal unit of the CBSTH. Unfortunately, they all sold out to customers. Yeah, okay. SPC Rockets in chat if you like this build, guys. If you think this is a fun, cool, quirky build with a super cool keycap set, with like quit, whack, evil, rip, trap, yell, uh-oh, icky, ooze, pelt, lure, kill, jinx, hex, guts, fear, doom, stun, axe, zap, XD, cast, vial, bite, nope, mash keys. They're so cool. And then we've got clobber, curse, fester, trample, chain, stab, thrash, dread, shapeshift, eliminate, and then all of the kind of cool kind of characters as well. 65s always look better with a 6.25. Yeah, I agree, just because it looks a little bit more evenly spaced. I do prefer a 7U spacebar in general, but yeah. The mod's a banger. I love a text novelty. They're so fun. Which Jerks brought the Seabass TH? You. And White Fox, another Mateo masterpiece? Maybe. Yeah, I mean, Mateo was behind it. I think that might have been one of the early 65%. I can't remember exactly what the first 65% was. There was definitely 60s before that. I remember OTD did a 60 and stuff like that, but I don't know what the first 65 was. It might have been White Fox. It might have been. I want this set now that I know what the words are. Dude, like, this stayed in stock for like 2 years. It was almost impossible to sell this set, and it's such a cool set. I'd love to get some more. I don't know if anyone's got it still in stock, but if they do, I might reach out to them and see if I can get it. See if I can get some. See if I can get some sets in stock. Yeah, Oblo has the base. I might see if I can get some more bases in stock. Yeah, okay. Give me a week. I'll get some in stock. Yeah, give me a week. I'll get some in stock. I will. I think the novelties make it, so I'll need to buy the Decorum set, which is like these keys. But yeah, text novelties are really cool. Yeah, I mean, text novelties have been around for a while. One of the best novelties for text novelties, one of the best sets for text novelties was Froyo. That was really, really cool. Yeah. Yeah, it's just really nice, isn't it? It's just such a nice set. I will try and get stock of every single kit if I can. I'll reach out to GMK, I'll reach out to Novel Keys, and I'll reach out to Oblo. But it was in stock for years, was this. Like, even the base kit was in stock for 2 years. I think we only sold the last base kit like maybe 4 or 5 weeks ago. It wasn't that long ago. So yeah. Okay, should we have a listen and see how it sounds? This is with no foams in it. So this is the Neo65 Core Plus, 0 foams, pumpkin switches on an alu plate with GMK. It's actually quieter than I thought. It sounds really nice. Sounds so good. How does a board this cheap sound this good? It is a copper base. Super beautiful. Sounds so good. Looks so great. Yeah. The issue with the legends is that these all belong to Nick, who was the guy who designed the set. So I don't know if GMK had let me use them or if I'd need to get Nick's permission. But I'd love to do like some smaller sets with these keys. I think they could be really fun. Really fun. Yeah. This sounds so good. The first QK65 to this now. Dude, like the way that the boards have changed in the past 2 to 3 years has just been insane. Like the quality you get now is for the price is just insane. It's just insane. Yeah. This looks so good for the price though. BRG with the green alphas too. We had BRG in stock for so long and it took forever to sell out. Even the green alphas took forever to sell out. Crush 65 levels of quality for the price. Maybe even better. Maybe even better. One of the best keycap sets I've seen on the green F1 is Terra Below. It looks really, really good with the green. Yeah. I'm really, really happy with how this came out. What a great spooky build. What a great keyboard for Halloween, right? How could we make this even more Halloween? I don't think we can. It's got pumpkin-themed switches. It's got a Halloween-themed keycap set. It's the right color in this purple. proper Halloween build. Maybe I have to get my friend Lottie to rate it because she's a big Halloween fan. Spiderweb it. Yeah, we could do. We could like, I could laser engrave some spiderwebs on the case. Maybe that's not a bad idea. Pumpkins sound divine on this board. It sounds so good. Like, it sounds so good. It sounds heavy. Even through my headphones, like the feedback that I get from the mic, so nice. Yeah, pumpkins just don't sell. No one wants them, but the people are sleeping on them, right? People are sleeping on them. Wonder if it looked better with the grey spacebar. We can have a look. I mean, you can, the cool thing about this set is that you can play around, right? Like we could absolutely make the ISO enter a bit brighter, or we could. I don't want to tickle the keypad. Let me see if I can find the spacebar. That's the secret. It's the wrong spacebar, but yeah, you can see what it would look like with the grey spacebar on it. I know that's the wrong one. Let me see if I can find it. Here we go. There you go. You can see what it would look like. But there's just so much you can do with it. Try and hide that for you as best I can. There you go. So yeah, you can see what it would look like. Each their own, but you can make this set whatever you want because it's such a cool set with the novelties. It was just missing an international kit for me. These? No, these are double shot. This is GMK double shot. Double shot, baby. The ones that are pad printed are these ones. These are pad printed. Well, they're UV printed, but yeah, those ones are UV printed. Everything else is double shot. I say everything else is double shot. Like on the main ones, the main text letter, the U here is double shot, and then this is pad printed, for example. So you can see it's black on grey effectively. Yeah, multicolor artwork. This is pad printing, and the sub-legends, as I say, are pad printed. But yeah, this set's had maybe 60 hours of typing on it on the old board that it used to be on. So you can see that nothing's worn off in those 60 hours, but it's not been hugely used. They made a mold just for the set. They made the stab, the chain, the trample, the clobber, the curse, the fester, the thrash, the dread, the shapeshift, the eliminate, roll, and some of the other ones. Oh, interesting. I just got told I've been a top applicant for a role. Interesting. What a weird time to send me that at 10 PM on a Sunday night. Okay. Yeah, they're all new molds. They were just made for this set. Would be a fab set for the multicolored PBT double shot. Yeah, it would be really good for that. I'll have to have a chat with Nick and see if you can bring it back in Creative. I haven't even applied for the role. I've just been told I'm a top applicant. I kind of like sent the hiring manager like a note saying I'd be interested in applying. Could they tell me more about it? And that was just the AI summary of the email that's come back through. But it's not really something I want to do, I don't think. But we'll see. We'll see. So yeah, a super cool board, a super cool set. And you know what? We've not even been streaming for 2 hours yet, and we've already built a keyboard and given you all the PT news and done everything else, and we've not even been streaming for 2 hours yet. How long have we been streaming? Oh, just 2 hours. 2 hours and 10 seconds. It was a really, really spendy kit, yeah. Alert, you have new unread mail in LinkedIn. I am recruiting for a prestigious client with the farming industry. I have an exciting opportunity for you, whacking off cows for livestock production, 95 hours a week with 2 days annual leave. Maximum salary of £15,000 a year. The company provides benefits such as unpaid bathroom breaks. Let me know if you're interested. Yeah. You want to do a Geek Hack review? Yeah, we can have a quick Geek Hack review. Let me load up the browser for that. Okay. Boom. Right, okay. I'm not going to open up anything political, so we're not going to have a look at the Republican stuff. Did you see this? Theremin Goat did a review on the Cherry MX Honeys. It's not something we're looking to stock at the minute. I'm not convinced by them, but I do have some here as samples. Maybe we'll take a look at them, but it's worthwhile having a read through of the review. It's an interesting switch. It's a Theremin Goat review, so there's a lot of information here, but it's worthwhile having a read through.
Tasty.
Tasty, tasty. Thank you, whoever that was, for the sub. Eliran, thank you so much for 38 months. Thoroughly appreciate you. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's too long for me to go through, but definitely take a look at that. PVT fans classic grade. Don't we have this in stock? Oh yeah, I was gonna say like 2023. I thought we'd have this in stock for ages. Yeah, we've had. I don't think we've ever sold a set of this, or if we have, we've sold maybe one set of it. But we've had it in stock for years. It's never been a big seller. Love this keycap set. Boss Keeps likes it, but hey, if they're in the UK, they didn't buy it from us. I don't think. Maybe we've sold one or two, but I don't actually remember as selling one. Mass 80. I don't know if you've seen this from. This is very Matrix inspired. Look how much this looks like a Matrix board, but it's from Milky Way. It's an interesting board, and it's got a giant screen on the front as well. It's certainly interesting. What do you guys think to this? It's got ISO layout though. Screen is really interesting to me. I do find it interesting that people want screens on keyboards, because I'm not sure what I'd use it for. I don't want to look down at my keyboard most of the time. What else? DCS Little Lev. I don't know if you've seen this, but this is a great set. Look how cute this is. Oh, love it. Absolutely love DCS. Love this. I hope Piper reached out to us to carry this, because it's such a great set. UK ISO in base. It reminds me of Vaporwave, which I did have as one of the potential keycap sets for today. So if you've not seen Vaporwave, I'll try and hold it up behind chat. It's kind of like pinks and purples and lavenders, and it's a great set. It's one of my favorites. Too long for me to go through. There's a big Theremin goat feels, bless them. I do read them, but not on stream. Like, it's too long for me to go through on stream. You find Theremin's reviews laborious. I generally need 2 sittings to get through the whole thing. I don't know if that means it's laborious or not. Maybe because our SNES had a different colour theme. Yeah, the SNES did have 2 different colour themes, yeah. Gloriously supporting the proletariat? Maybe. Bongo Cat animation, of course. You put a PT logo on there. I would. I mean, I kind of have to, right? It's a company. I kind of have to put the PT logo on stuff. Vaporwave is killer. Yeah. Vaporwave needs to come back. Is that DCS mix and match thing a pre-order or group buy? It's pre-order. It's kind of in production already, so it's kind of a pre-order. My general rule for difference between group buy and pre-order is group buy, it means it hasn't been produced yet. You're buying it before production starts. Pre-order means it's in production when you buy it. That's the difference. And that's why we have the difference in titles as well. Any PT news highlights? Yeah, highlights from PT are open date is on the 8th of November. We're going to have 150 people here. Tickets will be on sale next week, and you can come to our meetup. Our next shipment is due to arrive any day now. We've been moving a lot of stock around if you check on Instagram, and the warehouse is so much more condensed. It makes it a lot harder for packing orders and finding products, but it's the right thing to do. So that's kind of the big PT news. Yeah. It was the MW80 Rorschach. But yeah, DCS Little Lab is a really, really cool set. I really like Piper's work, and I hope he asks us to stock that one. Has this started to make progress? I don't know. This is the GMK kitty, right? It's just this Boss Keeps person necking dead threads. Okay, that's fine. What else is MW Tidal Arcana? Oh, we've looked at this before a couple of weeks ago. It's a cool set with the sparkle translucent keys. Big fan of that. Big fan of that. I like the yellow as well. Is this another Necro? Oh no, this is from August. This isn't too bad. This isn't too long ago. Yeah, this is Monarchy Light. Monarchy Light, sorry. I think this looks good. If you like the kind of Monarchy theming, if you like that kind of stuff in text editors, this is quite nice. Yeah, we'll see if that gets to production. I'm trying to see if there's anything we haven't looked at before. We've looked at all of these on previous streams. Violet Alert's not too far away. ETAR87. I don't know if the Bloody Easy dropped my build stream on here, but we did build this last week and it came out really, really nice. Hey, he did. There it is. There it is. You can watch our build stream. Did anyone mention it? No, there we go. Okay, I think we've covered everything on here. I don't think there's anything there. Let's catch up with chat and see what you guys have been talking about. Oh god, how much did I miss? How come on our 1800s with 2U numpad 0? I mean, a lot of people tend to split the key, but yeah, it's fairly common. Such an easy board to build, great for people new to the hobby. Yeah, really, really nice. Carter made a GMK grid set inspired by Tron as well. Yeah, I mean, I love anything to do with Tron, so I'm super happy for that. Marbles, even if no prize. We could play marbles for a prize if it works. MT new retro Tron set, dude, absolutely, 100% there, 100% there. Bonko cat animations, yeah. BAE in base is interesting. I mean, we really struggle to sell BAE enters. We have a load of the GMK ones in stock, and we sell maybe one a week, and we've got hundreds of them. I don't think it's particularly common, but I really like BAE. I think it's nice to use. So yeah. You need one of those Argos vertical conveyor belt things. No. Jay's famous. I am the least famous person on this stream. GMK Grid, if it's there. It wasn't in my unreads. It probably is. We have looked at GMK Grid on previous stream though. Yeah, it's not in my unreads. We generally just, I don't do it like Simon to go through everything. Just whatever I haven't had a look at unread topics on Geek Hack, we just have a quick browse. Yeah, I would say I'm the least famous person on stream. JQ, I think you probably more well known in the keyboard space than I am. Certainly in some places. Right, okay, so should we play marbles? Should we do a quick game of marbles? I'll see if I can get it to work. I mean, there is another one that I didn't cover that I should do, which is Windbreaker, because the group buy starting soon, and we're the lead vendor for it. There is going to be a spacebar kit. Like almost everyone has asked for a 6U spacebar, due to the prolific rise of EC kits recently. So we are going to do a spacebar kit, and I think these 3 Alice spaceBars are going to drop out of the base kit and drop into a spacebar kit. But yeah, we will see. That should be decided next week. But yeah. Please don't think just because there isn't an IC form we aren't listening to feedback. We are. So yeah, that's another thing that you should look at. Right, let me see if I can get marbles to work. We'll play a game of marbles. We haven't done marbles for ages, actually. My wife went ooh when I showed her Windbreaker earlier, so I have that as approval to buy. Absolutely, man. Do a buy. Okay, right. Let's see if this works. Okay. I'm gonna have to build the source for this. Let me add. Let me add the stuff so I can kind of share stuff. Okay, hold on. You'll be able to see me in a second. Oh, that's too big. You don't want that. Cool. There we go. Right, you can see me again now. I'm building the stream for this. Right. Okay. Game capture should be working. Hey, there we go. You should be able to see. Hold on. Let's move this somewhere there. Right. Cool. Right. So you should be able to see that now. I'm gonna load that up. In fact, actually, do you know what? I'm going to move myself to the top corner, try and get as far away from everything as I can. There we go. Right, cool. Best thing about marbles is your commentary.
Incredible.
I don't think it's that good, is it? I'm pretty terrible at this kind of thing. Oh no, what's happening here? Right, okay. Let's do... Oh, we'll just do it. In fact, we'll just do a race. I was going to do a Grand Prix, but we'll just do a race. Right, I'm going to do a community map. And we're just going to pick the first one that's over 3.5 minutes long. There we go. Sweet Galactic Movement. Play. Okay. If you want to be in the game to win, all you need to do is type !play and it will put you in the game. All you have to do is type that in. And you guys have got a minute to join the game whilst I nip for a quick comfort break, because I'm not going to be able to last until the end of this race. I'll be back in a second, guys. !play. We'll give away a desk mat for this. Whoever wins will get a desk mat, and we'll send it out. Okay, I'm back. 47% elimination. Okay. Right. Yeah, you're all going to play marbles. !play will get you in. You've got about 10 seconds left to join. So !play will put you in the map. How is there so few people in this? I don't know where the map goes, but here we go. 3, 2, 1, and away we go. Racing down past the start line. I have no idea what's going to happen here or where people are going to go. Oh, it's into like a spiral. I can't tell who's in the lead, but it might be Dynamics or Bazooka. Bazooka's in the lead and racing through the pitch black. I don't know who's winning though. Average Joe might be up there. Bazooka as well. Nictrum Namelock is there. Broker comes out speeding off with Spiraling Star as well. Pats is there as well, so is True Blaze. Into the obstacles though. This is where people are going to slow down because there's a couple of different paths here. We've got to wait for the blocks to break. Silly Mellow's there. I'm in there as well. A few other people. A couple of people have died. Lots of people are dying. Average Joe, Rue, Burbs. Anarchy now takes the lead. That man Gus, all going around the top of the map here. I'm coming up on the other side in the lead on the second side, but it looks like this side has a bigger lead. And we've got Duodod and Pazza just flew across the map and took the lead there. Duodod is there as well, coming down into this next section. And Pazza and Duodod take through, and they're still in the lead. Anarchy dies now. Did have the lead for a little bit. Silly Mellow's down at the bottom on a different part of the map with Bored Gaz and Chaos as well, bouncing backwards from there. Still not really sure who is winning or who isn't because the map goes all over the place here. But it looks like this is kind of like the leaders. Spiraling Star and Pazza. Ozkalane is about to die. Hungry Hannah might just have the lead now coming up into this section. I think Hungry Hannah has the lead. And BK's just behind. So is Newfie. And Cynic12 with Silly Mellow. Eamon's there too. Hungry Hannah misses the jump though. BK misses the jump. Cynic12 and Mellow both make it. So does Bored Gaz and Newfie coming down through the Kaplunk Tower. Cynic12 is almost all the way through that. And is coming down to the next section here. It's very difficult to see what's going on. This map is so dark. Dropping into the box of Oblivion there. I'm trying to see what's happening. Cynic 12 now seems to have the lead coming down through this section. Moons of Empire is somewhere in the top 10. It showed me there for a second. Eamon is there too. Oh, there's going to be a travel. Is that I can't even tell what that is there. But people are now stuck for some reason. They're stuck. I can't tell on what, but they are stuck. There's something there. Eamon now takes the lead. Is Eamon going to win? I don't know. The end's at the side. Silly Mellow drops down. Daniel Sanderstorm dies. Newfie's about to die. Cynic 12 is still there and moving. Silly Mellow is still moving as well. Can't tell who's in the lead. JQ comes flying past. Spiraling Star and Dynamics are on the far side. Chaos 23 is there as well. I'm coming through at some point. Is Silly Mellow going to take the win here? No, there's a blocker at the end of the pipe here. Cynic12's there as well. Eamon as well. Chaos23. Who's going to win this one? It could be anyone that's in this final section here right now. All depends on when the blocks break and the people can get through. Who's going to win it? The blocks are starting to break. Is it going to be Silly Mellow? Is it going to be Chaos? It's not going to be Matt because he died. Is it going to be Dynamics? Who knows? Silly Mellow takes the win. Chaos23, Cynic12, Eamon, TMT, True Blaze round out the top 5. And then we've got Exists in 6th, Spiraling Star, Dynamics. Not sure who else is going to make it through. Autonomy and Bert. There we go. That is our top 10. Silly Mellow, drop me an email at j@prototypist.net and I will get you a desk mat whisked out in the next week or 2. As a prize. Congratulations. Hey. That was a fun map. I enjoyed that one. I could not see anything at all on this map. Like, it's so difficult to see where people are and what's happening. Blind Disobedience right at the very back here, though. Such a difficult map to see. This is nearly a photo finish. Yeah, absolutely. Demotex rounding out the map here. Moons of Empires in there as well. One of the few that didn't die. And Gizmo might just make it, might just die if the flames catch him. Is he going to get through? No, he's stuck in the thing. He's dead. There we go. Silly Mellow, congratulations. Final results. Silly Mellow, Chaos23, Cynic12, Eamon TMT, True Blaze, Exists, Spiraling Star, Dynamics, Autonomy, Bert. And then in last place was Demotex and Gemma. And everybody else died. Everybody else died. So, there you go. Well done. Okay, cool. That is it for the stream. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. I do need to go home now and look after my dog because my wife is still away, so the poor pooch is on her own. I need to go take her for a quick walk. I'll be back here at the workshop for about 8 o'clock in the morning with Mal, and we'll be packing up all of your in-stock orders. Please buy things off the website. Please buy everything off the website. That'd be really nice. And we'll have some more news on Instagram and stuff like that. Watch out on Discord for some announcements this week about the upcoming sale for tickets for the open day and all of the other stuff that we'll be doing, Midnight Rainbow and everything else as well. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I appreciate every last one of you more than you could possibly know. Have a really good rest of your weekend. I'll see you guys later.